Okay.
Okay. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Team FitRevolution team call. Today is Thursday, May 28th, and we have Jessica Baumgartner.
Yep, you got it.
Okay, good. She's going to be talking tonight just about kind of what she does as a coach. She signed as a coach in April 2012, right? But she didn't start working her business until January 2013. She is Lauren's success partner, and her team name is called Team Fit and Faithful, and she's a 5-star diamond elite coach, which is amazing. I just learned what an elite coach means the other night, so that's pretty awesome. Congratulations on that. That's really cool.
Thanks, girl.
Yeah, definitely. So go ahead and take it away, and I'm excited for what you have to say tonight.
Awesome. Thanks, girl. All right.
Yeah.
So I'm actually going to be talking a little bit, and then I'm going to have one of my Star Diamond coaches talk as well, Chelsea. You guys can probably see her on the screen. She has her makeup done all beautiful because she had a photo shoot today. But Lauren and I talked about this team call topic when she came to Asheville because I live in North Carolina. So I just saw her like last month, I think it was. So we were just talking about this topic, and we're going to be talking about how to share the coaching opportunity, like how to share your lifestyle in a way to people where it's more sharing and not selling, because that's really been how I've built my business. I did not want to be a salesperson when I started this. So I know a lot of my team is on here and you already know my story, but for those of you that don't know my story about when I started this, my sponsor, her name's Lindsay. I used to work with her. I was a director of residence life at a college, and I lost a lot of weight back in 2009. And I saw my friend Lindsay posting on Facebook about helping people lose weight. And I'm like, oh, how cool. Like losing 60 pounds changed my whole life. I want to help other people do that. I went to college, got a degree, got a master's degree, did all that stuff, and like wasn't really happy with what I was doing and had no time. I worked 80 hours a week at times. And I don't know, I was just kind of unfulfilled. So I saw this whole challenge group or whatever she was talking about. I didn't know what on earth Beachbody was. I don't know what the hell Shakeology was. I was terrified of Beachbody workouts, but I don't know, something just told me to like sign up and give it a chance. I didn't know what network marketing was for some reason. I didn't know that you can make money with the opportunity. So when I signed up and found out that you could, I'm like, oh girl, I am not a salesperson. You cannot make me talk to people. Like, I don't want to be that icky weirdo. Like, that is just not cool. So needless to say, that was kind of why I didn't do anything until January of 2013. Because like we were saying earlier, I signed up in April of 2012. So I let a lot of fear hold me back when I started this. And I went to this conference. I don't know if any of you guys know who Danny Johnson is, but I went to her conference in January of 2013. And I came back and I just realized like, oh my gosh, like the whole reason I started this business was to help people. So I have to get out of my own way and stop being so afraid to share with people like this life-changing opportunity. So it was more so that like my mindset changed, and I just felt conviction that like, this is what I was supposed to go do. Like, I would be a bad friend if I didn't go tell the whole world about this. So I get really excited to talk about this topic because I was terrified of recruiting. And then when I had my light bulb moment, like I always feel weird saying this stuff because I don't like to sound like I'm bragging, but I think I've been named top recruiter on the National Coach Call like 3 times, which I know there's people that get it every week, but I went from like being afraid to recruiting to be able to do that. So I'm just kind of telling you guys that just to like say that, you know, if you really share from your heart and share your lifestyle, then that's really the way to help people and get people to work with you. So I think that like one thing, I just kind of wrote a list of things that I feel like I've kind of focused on and that have helped me, like just to be able to share this lifestyle. I want to say naturally, but that sounds weird. Organically, whatever. You guys know what I mean, right? With people without feeling icky or salesy. And Chelsea's going to pop on after I share a couple of things and just share some things too, because Chelsea, I think she's honestly better at this than I am. But, you know, one thing that I really focused on was creating my own brand and branding myself and not branding Beachbody. You know, I try to think about the things like, what am I about? What is Jessica Baumgartner about? I mean, there's many different things: coffee, cats, family, faith. fitness, food, freedom, all kinds of things. And I just try to like make my social media like a reality TV show of what's going on in the life of Jessica Baumgartner, this weird, crazy cat lady. So you want to just think about the kind of person you want to attract by thinking about who you are, and you want to kind of post about those kind of things. And like I said, when you're sharing these things, and I'll kind of get in a second, I'll kind of get into how you share the coaching opportunity and how I share it. Like I said, it really is selling. Like, this business is not about selling. No one wants to work with an icky salesperson. So being able to share things, that's what's going to help you be able to recruit and help you fill your challenge groups and stuff like that. And the people will come to you if you're doing this the right way. I mean, I still invite people to the opportunity because I feel like I need to, because I want to help people, and that's how we grow our businesses. But over time, the more I do this and the more I share, the more people that come to me. Like, for those of you that are on my team, you know how much I travel, but I think in April, I was home in Charlotte for maybe 5 total days the whole month. I'm going to mute. Oh, wait, I don't have the capability to mute everyone. Oh, wait, they're muted now. Sorry. I get distracted when I hear noises. But anyways, like in the month of April, I went to California, and then I went to Cancun, and then I went to Asheville. I went somewhere else. I don't know where I went. This month I was in Dallas, and then I was in Virginia, and next week I'm going to Hawaii, or this week I'm leaving for Hawaii to go with my sponsor. So anyways, I'm saying all that to say that like I'm sharing these things and people are coming to me because they're like, what does this chick even do? Like, most people don't know what I do because I don't plaster Beachbody all over my wall. And we're going to teach you guys how you can still share this lifestyle if you don't do all those things. Don't worry. Like, no matter where you're at in your journey, or if you just got started, there are still things that you can share about this lifestyle of being a coach that will make people come to you. And I was saying all that to just say that I've gotten tons of emails lately just from putting my life out there and sharing what I'm able to do because of this business. Another thing that I've kind of learned that I felt like was important to say is that you will attract who you are. And that's why personal development is super important. When I first started this, like I said, was that on this call that I just said this? All the calls are running together, but I wasn't like a very positive person, and I was very down on myself. I had a lot of fear. I had a lot of doubt. And not to put people down, but I attracted a lot of people like that. And over time, as I've grown myself and focused, like, I think personal development is probably the number one thing that I do. Like, I go to as many conferences as I can. I read as many books as I can, as much audio as I can. Because I had a lot of shit that I needed to get over. Like, I had to get out of my own way. So in order to become more confident and believe in myself more, I did a lot of personal development. And as I've done that, I've attracted more people and that are more like-minded in that way. So you want to think about that as well. So like one thing, this is kind of going to go into how you can implement this into your business. I try to post something daily about a benefit of this lifestyle. And Lauren actually taught me this, to end with a call to action. So like something that I posted, here's my cat. Something that I posted like when I was traveling to Virginia last week to see Jamie. She's on this call. If you guys can all see her. My cat's tail is in the camera. That looks weird. But I did like a post. I just make this stuff up. Like, I don't know. It just comes to me. It's taken practice though, honestly. But I did a post about how it was Friday and my commute was going to the airport to travel again, not because I have to, but because I want to. And I love having the freedom to be able to live life on my own terms. You can go look at my page if you want all the words, because I'm better with written words than I am speaking out loud. But that's just a general idea of what I said. And then I ended it with, if you guys ever wonder what the heck I do and how I get to travel all the time, shoot me an email at getfitjess@yahoo.com. And I'd love to, personally mentor you, or I'd love to give you the chance to be personally mentored by me. So I'll do different things like that. There's many different examples on my wall. One thing I'll talk about sometimes too is the income. I didn't used to talk about that, but it's something that it's out of my comfort zone, but I do it. So just doing something like that every single day. I've noticed that those posts that I do where I'm just sharing about the lifestyle and not like I think it is important to do posts where it's not really all sharing. You're talking more specifically about a challenge group or the coaching opportunity. But I feel like I get better results when I'm just sharing what I'm doing and ending with a call to action. So that's one thing that I do every day. And like I said a second ago, your story doesn't have to be a huge story. Like if you haven't quit your job or if you haven't earned a certain amount of money or whatever it is, like everyone's story is important. Everyone's on a different journey. Everyone's timing is different with this business. I mean, there are so many things that you can share as a brand new coach, as a coach that's been doing this for 6 months, 9 months. If you make $5, $10, there's so many things you can share. You just need to think about the things of how this business has helped you. Like there's one coach that's on my team that's 19 years old, and she told me a couple weeks ago, oh my gosh, like being part of this business and doing the personal development has helped me with my anxiety issues. So that's something that you could share. It could be something about Shakeology and how that's helped your nutrition or your cravings. It could be about how you love to be in this challenge group because of the accountability and it helps you stay on track with your workouts. If your first paycheck was $40, mine was $38. So don't feel like your first paycheck, if it's smaller, don't feel like that's bad. Share about that. Like you just have to share about all the things, even if you feel like they're quote unquote small, because nothing is small. I mean, I know one thing, Chelsea will probably talk about this, that she did a lot when she first started was posting about, oh, thanks Beachbody, I just got my nails done. I mean, there's so many other things you could do, like posting, even if you're paying for your gas, like your utilities, there's so many things that are quote unquote smaller financial things that like most Americans, every single person in this country, I feel like wants more money or they need more money or whatever. So just think about how much, I remember my sponsor always said this to me, like think about how much $100 could change anybody's life. Like that could be groceries, that could be anything. So don't feel like because it's a less significant amount that it's not going to help someone. And like I said, you can also share things that aren't financial. Like if you have the ability to spend more time with your family, I mean, there's just so many different things. I'm sure Chelsea will give you guys some ideas too. But that was just kind of what I wanted to say about ways that you can share the lifestyle, creating a brand that's about you, not about Beachbody. I should have had like an example, and maybe I can pull this up when Chelsea's talking. I'll do that. I'll screen share so you guys can see just some examples of what I post. But just know, like I said, I know I keep saying this over and over again, but a lot of the coaches on my team will say, well, I don't have a story as big as yours. That's okay. Like just because I quit my job when I was 25 and all these things, like it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean that your story is not significant. And you can share stories of other coaches that are on your team or our team or whoever. Like I share success stories of other coaches all the time. And the importance of sharing this is because people are going to see that this business is real. It's working, it's helping people. And, it is super helpful to be able to talk about people beside yourself too, so that people can see, oh, like this business isn't just working for Jessica, it's working for other people too. So I know I talk really quick. If you guys have any questions at any time, please don't hesitate to type in the chat box and just let me know, like, Jessica, can you please shut up and slow down? But I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Chelsea so that she can share a little bit about how she shares the lifestyle and maybe some tips she might have for you guys, or maybe benefits that she's seen of doing that. So Chelsea, I'll hand it over to you, boo.
Thanks. So Jess is my mentor. So I feel like a lot of what I'm going to say is probably going to be pretty similar because I've learned everything that I do in my business from her. And that's all you need to do. I mean, maybe you don't have, I'm not sure who everyone's upline is on this, but obviously there's coaches like Lindsay Matway who didn't have an upline and she obviously succeeded pretty well. But the way that I learn is by watching and by doing what people that are already successful do. So a lot of the things that I do are obviously similar to Jess because I learned from her. But the biggest thing for me is that like Jess, I was super negative before I started this business. I had a lot of fear. I didn't have a lot of belief in myself. And I was actually one of the coaches that when I first started was like, well, what am I supposed to post about? Like, I didn't quit my job. Like, I said those things to Jess, like, what do I post? Like, I don't have a great story yet. And I don't have, I haven't been able to quit my job, and I haven't been able to pay off debt, and I haven't been able to, and she was, she obviously told me all the things that she just told you. And it was really just realizing, like, every single day, how could I add value to someone's life? And even if, like, every single one of your posts does not have to add value, but it's just like, how can I help at least one person today with my post? Or how can, like, something that I say or that I post relate to someone? So it was really just me. I listened to a national wake-up call from Anita Myron, I don't know, a few months ago, maybe it was less than that. And that definitely opened my eyes recently on what I should be sharing about. But I realized that the sooner I started to share me and stop trying to be anyone else, like, my business blew up. Obviously we all look at other coaches in this business and say, like, oh my God, they're so successful and they have this that I don't have and that I don't have. And I want to steal that post, or that post was so good, I'm going to copy it, whatever it is. Like, I used to do that too. And I find that when I compare myself to other coaches, or when I compare myself to other people just in general in life, like, I get set back in life. I know that when I'm trying to be someone else that's not true to me, then my business doesn't go anywhere. My life kind of gets at a standstill, and I'm just like, who are you? Who are you trying to be right now? This isn't you. So even though those coaches or anyone in your life has gotten maybe farther than you, or maybe someone, comparing yourself does not do anything. People want to see you, and they want to relate to you. They want to see that you're real. They want to see that you have something in common with them, that, like, this is real life. You're not just like a fake person, or you're not just perfect. Like, perfect doesn't sell. Like, relatable sells. People don't want to see that you never have a cheat meal, or that you never eat crap, or that you miss a workout, or that, you struggle in this business, whatever it is. People want to see those things. They don't want to see a perfect picture of a perfect coach that has this great life that they could never have because they're not perfect. So that was the biggest aha moment for me, was that call from Anita Myron a couple months ago. Just saying that, like, once she realized that, like, she had to be vulnerable, and she had to, like, get in front of the camera, and she had to share her, and that was huge. That is when I just was like, okay, who am I really? Who do I want to come across as to my followers? What is my brand? Like Jess said, like, I'm a dog mom, I'm a wife, I love Buffalo Bills, whatever, sports teams, whatever makes you you. Think about those things, and think about who you want to attract. Like Jess said, again, I was super negative in the beginning as well. And I feel that I was probably not as good of a leader when I first started, and all the coaches that I attracted were probably very similar to me at that time. And most of them are not around anymore, but that's probably because I attracted them, and I was negative, and I was trying to be someone that I wasn't. So again, I have found that the more that I do uncomfortable things and post uncomfortable posts, I suffer from binge eating, or I used to, like, drink way too much. I used to party way too much. I used to be a horrible, whatever it is that I share, that, my trials and my triumphs, those things have blown my business up. Just sharing struggles, again, so that people can see that I'm real. So many people have come to me and been like, thank you for sharing that. Like, I totally related to that. So it's really just figuring out who you are, and, getting vulnerable. I know it's really scary, but usually when you do something uncomfortable and scary, like, good things come from that. And again, I've had a lot of positive things come from really scary posts, or really scary things that I've done in my business. So just things that I used to share, like Jess said in the beginning, like, when I didn't have a story, or when I didn't have something huge to share about, it was just literally any possible thing that I could share. Like she said, I got my nails done. I just got 4 new tires on my Jeep. Thank you, Beachbody. I just paid $50 towards my dad. I just, like, the smallest things. I'm trying to think of more things that I posted about. Now that I have quit my job, obviously, my posts are about my time and my freedom and that sort of thing. But it was really just every single day, okay, what has Beachbody done for me today? What has coaching done for me today? Like, I have a huge support system. Like, do you guys have a team that, like, that you get to work with and make you feel great every day? Or do you guys get to pick who you work with every day? Or do you guys, help people feel great? Like, whatever it is, the smallest things, even if you don't have a story, even if it's $25, even if it's that you, like, read a book and learned something so super positive today, like, that's changed your life already. Anything little that, like, this business or a challenge group at first, or whatever it is. A challenger came to you and said like, oh my God, thank you so much. I've already lost 7 pounds. Like, just think about the little things every single day that this business has done for you and share those. So like Jess said, every day I do at least one call to action. It's literally just whatever I'm doing that day or whatever I do as far as coaching goes, or this business goes, I just share it. So I think, I don't know, I'm trying to think of some examples myself, but even just little things like, oh, I went out to lunch with my husband today, and I'm so grateful that on a weekday we can just go out to brunch and I don't have to worry about, you know, him taking off work or me taking off work. You know, I can just in the middle of the day on a Thursday go out to lunch with my husband. Like, so grateful for this time and freedom. Like, do you want more freedom? Drop your email below. I can tell you how, whatever it is. I used to as well. Like, I think Jess says that I'm good at posting, but I try to look back at my posts and be like, oh, I think that was kind of salesy, or I think that was kind of salesy. So I did those things in the beginning as well. And it takes time to learn, but it's really just about sharing you. I feel like I
thought of something I wanted.
Well,
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you. I was just going to say, I thought of something I wanted to say real quick. Did I cut you off?
No, I was going to say, I feel like I talk really fast as well, but then I think I'm done.
Okay. What Chelsea just said made me think of something. I read this book called Tribe or Tribes or whatever it's called by Seth Godin. And the whole reason why it's important to do and why it attracts people is because people want to be part of something that is bigger than themselves. Like, everybody does, no matter what it may be. They might not want to be a part of our tribe, but that's okay. Like, you know, we want to work with the people that want to work with us. So being able to share this kind of stuff, like, most people don't have this kind of support in their life. I didn't have this kind of support in my life before I started. I'm getting the chills thinking about it because I don't know, like, this business has literally changed my whole life, and I have like the best friends I could ever ask for because of this business. But it's just, most people don't have that, guys. I mean, I'm sure that people have friends and people, you know, have families and they do all those kind of things. But I mean, how many, by just a show of hands, this is random that I'm doing this, but by a show of hands, before you became a part of Beachbody, how many of you had a positive support community that is similar to Beachbody? Okay, so no one. I have no idea why I just thought to ask that question, but I guess maybe I was supposed to. Yeah, I think that we just have to think about the fact that there's so many people out there that don't have that support. And most people in this country, like I said earlier, need more money or want more money, or they want to get healthier. Like, even for the people that are already fit, they probably want better abs or whatever. So we really have something that can help anybody. It's all about getting to know them and their goals and needs. Now I'm going off on another tangent, but I think I can screen share real quick. Oh, I can. Okay, so I was going to show you guys just an example of a couple of things that I posted. This was like a picture of the place that I'm staying in Hawaii. My sponsor texted me this Monday and asked me if I wanted to go to Hawaii this weekend for a week. I'm like, sure. So, I mean, that was never anything. I've never made this kind of money in my life. I'm not saying that to brag, but like, this is something that I needed to share about because people are watching. So this is totally how I talk. But that moment you get a text from one of your friends asking you if you want to go to Hawaii this week, and you say, yes, let's do it. Can't believe this is real life. I've always wanted to go on a trip spontaneously, but flipping Hawaii, OMG, I've always wanted to go. That sounded repetitive. And best of all, it's a beachfront resort that's a business write-off, and we're going to do yoga, maybe learn to surf, go to the Kona coffee farm, lay out at the beach, also get some work done at nighttime while it's Eastern time. So blessed we can live a life of freedom that we already do, but this is on another level. Thank you, Jesus. Can't wait to be soaking up the sun, girl boss style, on Sunday for a week in paradise. So like, that's one example. And again, you don't have to talk like I do, but that's just one thing that I posted. This was a post I was talking about earlier when I was going to visit Jamie last week. My commute this morning was to take my happy ass to the airport to travel again this weekend. What can I say? I can't stay put for long, and I've got wanderlust. I don't even know if I pronounced that word right. I always thought only celebrities could live life how they wanted. I never thought I could as well. It's been an absolute blessing from God to have such an amazing opportunity where I can live my life by design, travel as much as I want, and get to visit the people I love. Going to spend the weekend with one of my coaches I mentor and her team, who's also one of my BFFs now and soul sisters, Jamie. I see lots of coffee, hiking, and wine in our very new future, girl boss style. Can't believe it all started a little over a year ago on Instagram. Love you, boo. Can't wait to see you. P.S. If you keep seeing on my travel posts and wondering what the heck I do and how you can too, drop me an email for an application to be personally mentored by me at getfitjess@yahoo.com, blah, blah, blah. So that I wanted to show you guys that, because that's what I actually look like when I have my hair done and makeup on. But anyways, that's just an example of like the call to action thing. And you can go on my page and I post this kind of stuff all the time. Feel free to steal ideas from me and make it your own. Chelsea posts stuff sometimes and I'm like, hey, that's a good idea. Let me steal that idea.
I do the same thing.
But yeah, like you guys, like Chelsea was saying, we can all learn from each other as long as we're ourselves. Like we don't want to be carbon copies of each other, but we get inspiration and ideas from each other. And that's just a part of this business. We were going to talk real quickly about the importance of rank advancing. I know that this is more about sharing the lifestyle, but you know, as you recruit people into this business, it will help you rank advance, and that is going to help you not only reach your goals, but you'll help other people reach their goals. But before I kind of jump off onto that topic, did anyone have any questions about what we've already talked about, or anything that they wanted to just throw out there? I feel like we threw a lot of information at you at one time. No? Okay, just type it in the chat box if you guys think of anything as we go. Okay, so for a quick show of hands again, how many people on here have a goal to rank advance to whatever the next rank is in your business? Just raise your hand if you want to rank advance. Okay, cool. So I'm going to let Chelsea talk about this topic because she's really good at it. And this kind of just, like I said, goes hand in hand what we were just talking about. And this is all about helping others and helping you guys reach your goals too. And being able to recruit people is the way that you'll be able to rank advance. So I'm going to mute myself and let Chelsea kind of just talk a little bit about the benefits of rank advancing and how it'll help your business.
So what I tell my team, and this is kind of like, I have a lot of people obviously going for diamond, and I'm not sure what everyone's rank is here, but again, it doesn't matter. Just rank advancing in general. Rank advancing does not equal like a huge payout. This is what I tell my coaches. I'm like, there's no like huge check waiting for you when you rank advance. It's not like, all right, I rank advance and I have this huge check and now I'm good. Like I don't have to build my business and I'm set for life. Like that doesn't happen. Yes, because you're adding more people to your team and they're adding more people and they're duplicating and that sort of thing, the income is going to increase when you rank advance. But that is not the main benefit. Like that is not the reason that you should be rank advancing. That is something that will come with rank advancing. And obviously the greater you rank advance, the more income you will receive because you're adding more people to your business. But what you're actually doing, the biggest benefit of rank advancing is that you're building trust in your followers. Like I know that when I first started following Jess, on Instagram, like I was just like, okay, so she says that she's a health and fitness coach, but I just, great. I see pictures of her like working out every day and she works from home and like blah, blah, blah. But how do I know that she's actually successful? Like, how do I know that she's actually making money? How do I know that she knows what she's doing? How do I know that I'll be successful? Like all these things ran through my head. And it wasn't until I think I saw Jess like hit a big milestone or someone recognized her for something. And I was like, oh, maybe this girl's legit. Like maybe this girl actually knows what she's doing and she can build a business. And then I can also be successful. She can be successful. So I always tell my team, like people are watching you. People see what you're doing. They see your posts. They see you say that you're a coach. They see you say that you get to live this lifestyle. You get to work from home and you get to travel and you get to do all these things that you say that you can do. But what does that mean to them? It isn't until they see other people recognizing you or that like, oh my God, this girl went diamond. Like, what does that mean? That looks pretty cool. Like she got congratulated for all these things, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry. I'm just reading Jess's thing. If you don't talk about being a coach, time to come out of the closet. Sorry, I get distracted as well. I don't know what I was saying. So when you hit diamond and everyone that's watching you is like, oh my God, she just hit diamond. I don't really know what that is, but all these people are congratulating her. Like, what does that mean? I'm going to ask her what that means. What you're really doing every single time that you post or every time that something big happens in your business and we all get recognized for it, or even just seeing Success Club, like people outside of this business obviously don't know what Success Club is, but it's proof to them that you're building a business and that you're moving forward and that you're actually helping people. So, the biggest reason that I think it's important to rank advance is to build trust in your followers, to prove that you know what you're doing, you know how to build a business, you're legitimately helping people, like you're legitimately successful, at least in a little bit. And that is what really makes people want to join you. I think. I know that a lot of people, like when I hit Diamond and Star Diamond, and anytime I get recognized for anything, I have way more people coming to me like, okay, maybe this girl's real, like, especially quitting my job, obviously, but that wasn't a rank advancement, but getting off track here. But I know that so many more people like respond to me when they see me recognized for something, like they're finally believing that I'm successful and that I know what I'm doing, and they finally want to join me. I just lost my train of thought. But again, obviously rank advancing will increase your income. The more people that you're bringing in, the more people you're talking to, that obviously equals greater income. I feel like I talked a lot there. Like, I think that's all that I really have. I don't know what's wrong with my brain right now.
That's okay. Mine feels the same way. My brain feels like mush.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if there's anything else that anyone else wanted to discuss about any of this or ask about any of this before we do the giveaway and all that at the end.
Yeah. Anybody have any questions for Jessica or Chelsea?
There was one thing that I was going to say, because we always do like a little call to action at the end of our team call of like how you can implement this into your business.
Sure.
So like one thing that helps me so much, because I'm so freaking scatterbrained, as you guys can probably tell, I put reminders on my phone, like just on like the little calendar app on my iPhone, to post once a day. Like, I post more than once a day, but to post something where I'm sharing once a day. So I make it go off at like 9:00 at night every night. So that way, in case I forgot, like, okay, at 9:00, like I'll post something about my day and share something about the business or whatever. So like, that's one thing I have to constantly remind myself to post, even though it's a habit for me. It helps me stay organized and it helps me remember how to do it. And I just thought of that idea because some of the people on my team have told me that they struggle with consistently posting, and I kind of shared that idea with them to set a reminder on their phone, and they're like, oh, that's genius. So that might sound like really freaking simple, and maybe it's not super helpful, but I thought maybe someone on here might be helped from it. I'm rambling now.
I think phone reminders are really important. Like, I have a lot of phone reminders for posting and different things like that. It just helps because I just go throughout my day and then I just like, oh my gosh, I forgot to post. I'll take pictures and throughout the day sometimes, but it's like, I forgot to post that picture. I forgot to post my worget picture,
Right.
Phone reminders to eat too. Yeah. Like,
that's a good idea.
I forget to eat too, honestly. Like I get really wrapped. I love being a coach, and I get wrapped up in what I do and helping people, and I like literally forget to eat. So I
do that too.
Yeah. But I don't know, like what you guys said was really awesome. And I think I've only been a coach for 4 months, but I live with Lauren, and she's really helped me see a lot of the stuff that you guys are talking about. And, I think she kind of let me go at the beginning. She's like, she's going to learn on her own. But at the beginning I was, I had my salesy posts, and, but through watching your guys' posts and watching hers and those kinds of things, I've learned to, just today I like went to the beach and like shared the fact that I was able to go to the beach, and it's too nice out to like stay in and work. So I wanted to go to the beach. And when I've shared those types of things, where I can just go to the coffee shop and just hang out there and be on my laptop, and I get a lot of responses from those types of posts. And, when I start up conversations with people, just friendly conversations, usually they'll bring up those posts and just say, you look so happy, and I see you posting these things, and I'm really interested in what you're doing. And I hadn't even brought up the Beachbody opportunity to them yet, the coaching opportunity. They bring it up because they see my posts. And so that's kind of the number one thing I try to teach my team is like, you have to be posting. And really it's like, sharing your life and sharing the things that Beachbody is doing for you. It's not necessarily like, here's Shakeology, buy it now. It's like, Shakeology is changing my life in this way, or I have time freedom in this way, or, that kind of stuff. So What you want to say?
People don't respond right away. People are watching, and every post is planting a seed.
It's
Amen to
so
that.
true. Like people, and that's something I try to tell my team too, is like, even if they don't respond right away, you may not get likes and comments and all this kind of stuff, but a month or two down the road, you may start a conversation with somebody who's been watching your posts all the way up until that point. And they've never said a thing to you, but they've been watching you the whole entire time. And that's what's been sparking their interest. And that's kind of what's happened to me too, you know? And those rank advancements were really important too for me, for people to see that I was legit in this. So
for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad Shawana said that, because that is so important. Like, I think a lot of people get discouraged that like people aren't responding to them right away. But I mean, guys, I've literally had people that have come to me and said, Jess, I've been following you for 2 years and I think I'm going to come talk to you about this now. People are just, they're either afraid that they're going to fail or they don't know enough about the company. So the more that you keep planting those seeds, then they'll be like, oh, kind of like Chelsea was talking about, like, okay, maybe this girl's legit.
Yep. So true.
And it's not necessarily that people don't trust us. It's just, again, it's fear. So right. Don't feel like it's you doing anything wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going off on tangents now. I could talk about this stuff till like midnight.
Okay, I could do it. Okay, well, does anybody have any more questions for Jessica or Chelsea? And if not, we can wrap things up. Anyone? No? Okay. Well, let's wrap things up. So thanks you guys for being on, Jessica and Chelsea. I appreciate it. It was really, really good information, like super, super important. I think people really needed to hear that for sure, especially new coaches. Definitely. It's like, I don't know, just number one thing that I try to, Ashley said, thank you. Number one thing I try to instill in my coaches. So thank you again. I appreciate it. You guys can, everyone stay on the call, and I'm going to end this meeting.